Alright, y'all, in the last video, I was building the rear end. This time, I went ahead and put the axle bearings in, the axle seals, slid the axles in. I went ahead and installed one of the brake setups. Let me go ahead and show you. Perfect. Got it centered up. Now I'm just going to go ahead and do the other side right quick. And then when I'm done that, I'm going to go ahead and pull in some oil from Hot Shot Secrets, put the cover on, and this rear end will be done. Then we can move into the garage on that car. I dropped them 3 bolts on there. Now I'm going to go ahead and drop my plate on that. All right, y'all, went ahead and slapped the driver's side brakes on. Got that pretty much done. I'm going to go ahead and put some oil in and put the cover on. And that's going to be it for this for now, because I got to weld some stuff on it. Then I can just go ahead and paint it black. But for now, this will be where I draw the line on the rear end after I fill it and put that cover on. Alright, going to go ahead and dump in that limited slip friction modifier. So them clutches don't chatter in that positive. And I'm going to go ahead and fill it with that Hot Shot Secret 85 140, yeah. Could I run 80-90? Yes. But seeing as I have a good little bit of power to it, and it's going to be driven pretty hard, I'm going to go ahead with that thicker weight oil, yeah. Alright, y'all. Got the oil in there, put a couple of little dots of RTV. I'm going to spread it real thin, lay the gasket, then pop that cover on it. Alright, filled it. Little lap of RTV, gasket, little bit of layer on the underside of this. Put the bolts back. Now we can go ahead and call this rear end done. And it's about ready for install now. Just gonna double check. I'll probably put about 2 quarts in it. I think 12 bolts take about 2.5 quarts. So I might have to add a little bit later, but as long as the majority of the oil is in this thing, I'm gonna let this RTV cure for a couple more minutes. Then I'm gonna lift the nose back up and leave it like that. All right, y'all. Let's move into the garage. What up, y'all? In the garage. Getting ready to come get this thing ready for paint. I'm going to paint the firewall, the frame, and just get it kind of half-assed, looking spiffy. I'm going to take the AC box off, the brake, master cylinder, the power steering gearbox. So let's go ahead and get started here. Let's see what I need. I know you peeping that QL1 box in the background. All right. Got it shook loose. Let me lower the car down and pull it out from the top. All right, hold on. I got to undo that ground right quick. Then I could go ahead and pull it out of there. Y'all, this old car air conditioning stuff is so simple. It's insane to me that people actually rip this good thought out stuff out and put like a newer modern system in that don't blow half as cold. Bro, when you rebuild this stock air conditioning stuff and then you upgrade it to all 134 and do the actual parallel flow condenser, can't beat that stock stuff, y'all. And it's in the engine compartment and ain't all under the dash, making it hard to work on. Food for thought. Let's see if we can finagle this out of here without damage. Oh yeah, y'all. That Harrison. We're going to go ahead and clean this up, rebuild it, new evap, change all the electrical components, and this thing will be cool as ice. All right, been in here ripping this thing apart. Pretty much nothing left in the engine bay. No wiring harness, no air conditioning, no nothing. And about ready to clean it up a little bit, scuff it, paint it black. I still gotta drop the gas tank, clean up a little things back there. I'm gonna paint the side, the frame rail. But yeah, that's where we're at right now with nothing exciting. All right, y'all. Pretty much got the front done. Now I'm in the back, come and drop that gas tank. Wish me luck. Had to undo the sending unit wire, yeah. Old gas tank out, yeah. Going with a new tank sync EFI fuel tank next. Cleanest trunk pan you ever seen in your life. All right, y'all, I got this spring pocket kind of semi-chalked out where I think I'm gonna need to cut it because I am putting air rod on this thing. And you gotta make clearance in this pocket for the airbag so it don't rub on nothing. So I'm getting ready to come use the old Cut 60 prime weld on it, jigger bean that out of there. Cutting like butter, y'all. Get this big chunk out my way, and then I could inch into it and clean it up a little more. All right, y'all, did a little rough cut, really rough. See right there, I'm gonna go ahead and weld that back. It's not like double lip no more, so I'm just gonna pass a weld right there. Finish grinding this out, weld over here, so all this structure still has good integrity. So that's how we looking at. Let me show y'all the uncut side. Just finished burning out both sides. Now I'm eating me a ham sandwich, pissed off, and that's about it. All right, y'all, got them things cut out. Just gotta clean them up, weld them. That'll be for another video. Spent the majority of my day cleaning up this garage and labeling and tagging and putting away stuff for assembly. It'll make it go way smoother. But yeah, I'm pretty much cleaned up. I'm back to square one. We have a fully gutted car. And my plan is, once I weld these things back up, double check fitment so the airbag don't rub on nothing right here. Then I could go ahead and paint all this gloss black, paint the firewall gloss black, paint the back half, nothing fancy. I'm probably just gonna paint these rails right here. Anything you can see right here, probably just gonna paint all that black. You know, the typical routine. But dude, painting stuff make me realize why I don't paint nothing. You gotta disassemble everything for it to be done properly. But yeah, all the stuff I'm keeping is right here. Let me go ahead and flip y'all. I just got this here for reference. I got the OG steering. I got all that new gas tank left there for reference for when I make my tank sync video. I can compare the two. Definitely need this radiator spacer, that little vacuum canister. I just ordered a new windshield wiper mold. I'm keeping that one just because you never know. Right here, the AC box. I'm going to be rebuilding this AC box right here, y'all. So that's why I got this sitting right here. Steering gearbox, got a new one from Borgeson, a 12-to-1 quick ratio. Kept the old one just to make a video. But yeah. Some of the QA1 parts came in. I'm waiting for the air ride kit from BC Fab. Waiting for the dual upper adjustable trailing arms for the back. But yeah, y'all, we got it going. I'm at the point where there's an order of operations, right? You just can't start throwing stuff. So, like, right, I need to finish that airbag pocket, paint it, put the master cylinder on the firewall, run the brake lines. Everything got to be in an order, so I just can't start. Could I start slapping parts on this thing and then have to, like, double work myself? Yes, but I'm trying to be strategic about the order that I build this car in. So that's why this video is going to be kind of boring, but I'm going to go ahead and cut y'all here, bruh. Appreciate y'all watching. A little short little video, not too much. Mostly just knickknacks. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Duhespeedshop out.